5 on EA Sports. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. He's got a first down and more past the 30. And finally marked down at the 42-yard line. A huge play there right off the bat. 42 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. They keep on the ground with Elliott. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. The former All-Pro Marcel Darius brings him down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. From the gun, Bridgewater. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
You got to give some credit. They're able to hop up in the air and bat that one away. And that's frustrating for an offensive lineman because the only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and give some type of a pop or a shove, hoping to bring his arms down.
So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since. To throw is Bridgewater. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now they'll pitch it back to Gurley. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Touchdown defense.
Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. 20, 10, 5, touchdown, Chicago. T.Y. Hilton, an 80-yard touchdown as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he will take it back only to about the 13-yard line here.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
And they'll get him down here at the 23. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches.
A good passing down here, and they send 3 receivers to the right of the formation on 2nd down. To throw, Bridgewater. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Melvin Ingram dropping the hammer off the edge.
Well, they had the right down and the definite distance to take a shot downfield. but it didn't work out the way that they had envisioned.
No, that's a situation where if you take a sack close to the line of scrimmage, it's not that bad, but a loss like that, you can't take a sack there.
Yeah.
He's got a man, complete. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. That's a first down and then some, a 32-yard pickup. So that changes things. Here's 1st and 10 all the way up at the 45. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 47. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. Open man is Hill. He's got it. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
First down, Green Bay.
A first down throw for Bridgewater. This one caught by Isabella. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
At the Bears' 15-yard line.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Elliott running right. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. They'll throw again. Bridgewater. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Justin Evans. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Andy Isabella was the intended target.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And coming up on their 2nd drive of the game, had the touchdown last time out. Now they have the football back. Chance to really seize early momentum.
Feels to me like they had a really excellent week of practice. It all came together, but I'll bet you it got galvanized in the locker room in pregame. Somehow I think the head coach, his oratorical skills were on point.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Check. Watch 54. All day, dog.
From the gun on 3rd down, Newton. Eluding the pressure right. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
Bridgewater now from the 50. He'll buy some time right. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Josh Gordon, the intended receiver. And it's second down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock Dalvin away and bring up second down.
Flushed out right. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Throwing, Bridgewater. And going deep for Hill. Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Marcus May with a pick. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for it. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
A gain of 6 there on first.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, and you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. On 1st and 10, Newton. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Anthony Harris. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line.
The good old cover 3 defense, partner. When you start playing football as a safety, that's the first thing you're taught. Middle of the field, be as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, and break on the football when it's thrown, and pick it off, just as we saw there.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Andy Isabella was the intended target, but it'll be second down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a first. Last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced the ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
Here's Bridgewater. And that's Elliott, complete. Call it a 3-yard gain, and that'll make it a second down. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Open man is Gordon, complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 12-yard line.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Keep in mind they can still get a first down here as they come up on 2nd and inches. They'll try the right side with Elliott. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. 7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
4th down, they're going. Bridgewater. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Final 17 seconds of the half here as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9. At the 6-yard line.
So we come upon halftime here at Soldier Field with the Bears out in front as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. Fielded about a yard deep. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
See if they do just that. On 2nd and 11 now. Newton. And he's got room. There he goes left side. And into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown.
That was an interception, but on the field, the guys who are picking it off, they're not saying that. What word are they using? It's Oski. And that means catch the ball and go the other way.
That's your vernacular. I've never heard anybody say Oski.
Ask a rack. They'll tell you.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Gurley with a little bit of an opening there as he's able to get 5 on 1st down. And defensive back Jamal Adams in on the stop.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Coverage there by the former 1st-round pick, William Jackson. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Throwing is Newton. And that will be incomplete. How about the defensive effort from both of these teams that we've seen in this game?
Would you say it's like a high-stakes chess match right now?
Chess is one way to go. Yeah, I like it.
Okay, the only reason I say that, you feel like they're contemplating their moves before actually making one, and none of them being done very confidently.
Truth be told, I've never played chess, and I know that I'm not smart enough to play chess. Guys like you with your IQ, you can pull that off. Play action now. Bridgewater. He's going to wind up and air it out. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Packers. Josh Gordon, 76 yards. And the Packers have taken the lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Let's go. Let's go.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Escaping the pressure right. And he whips that one incomplete there.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just one target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, it should not stop them at all from going back to him. Find him. Find him.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Malik Jackson, the 6'5" D tackle with a sack. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Here's Jordan Berry now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. Taking it about the 36. He had his sights on the end zone, no doubt, but is brought down after a huge return there. And this offense set up with a very short field. 1st and 10 inside the 20. On 1st and 10, Bridgewater. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Andy Isabella was the intended target. And now it's 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that, first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
And he'll get this down only to the 18. Only a yard on the pickup there, so it leaves him needing a conversion here on 3rd and a tough 9.
Right there, 54 miles. Ain't no such thing as a loss. We take a win.
Bridgewater now. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Josh Gordon with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Tavecchio good on the extra point, and it's now 21-7. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Tavecchio. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Well, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. On the toss, it's Gurley. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Set. 780. Mike 54. Me and you all game. All game.
From the gun, here's Newton. Underneath for Johnson. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
Right to the 3.
A gain of 9. Brings up 2nd down.
Now on second down, this is Gurley. And he gets it down to the 32. 7 yards there and a first down.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Now a play fake, and it's Newton. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass.
It's a gain of 5.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Out of the gun, Newton. Flush to his right. Hard throw, incomplete. So on 4th down, on comes Robbie Gould in the field goal unit for the Bears. This from 44 yards out, left hash. And this one is going to just tuck into the bottom left corner as he gets it to go. And that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. Well, maybe a little bit of an anxious moment there as that ball got closer and closer, but it does curl in.
Yeah, actually did a little bit of a slow dance there with the left upright, didn't it? But had just enough space, as you said, for it to curl in.
And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. First down, Bridgewater. That's complete. It's Gordon. And he will be taken down, but a big pickup there on what's going to be the final play of the third quarter. Back now at Soldier Field. It's Packer football here as they've got the lead as well to begin the fourth quarter. Bridgewater on first down. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Jalen Mills. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Check.
They'll try and start the drive with Gurley. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
But you've got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
Here's Newton. It's complete. This is Todd Gurley. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line.
Here we go.
Newton on first down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
I don't think Gurley got there. Looks like the defense held him back. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
No gain on the play. It's 4th down.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Here we go on 4th. Newton. Looking deep for Hilton. And look at this. Cam Newton intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Anthony Harris. On fourth down, that turned out like a punt. Maybe he was better defensively there just to knock it down.
And you know they go over those situations. All right, fourth down, where's the ball? Where would we get the ball? But instinct takes over, and when it's in the air, they just go and get it. So it's hard to get on it for intercepting it, but the smart play would have been what you suggested. Knock it down and take over in a deeper position.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up second.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Come on, QB, come on.
Here's Bridgewater. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's 3rd down.
Trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown in. Frankly, that should have been another pick right there. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. Needed more than 3, but that's all they got. And it's 4th down. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Fielded just inside the 20. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Bears take over. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. He started out having some troubles back in the first half connecting with his receivers. Really hasn't gotten a whole lot better.
Yeah, he's at less than 50%, and you and I both know that just won't do. So I would think about spreading things out, putting it on the receivers, let them win those one-on-one battles on the perimeter and find their way open.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position. They'll swing this complete out to Hill. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. This is Elliott. And they'll get this down to the 10. 12 yards on 3rd down as the drive rolls on.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Ezekiel Elliott, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. To throw is Newton. And he will find his man on the outside. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. The last catch nearly got him a first, but it did not, and they'll try to convert on 3rd and inches. Newton now to throw. And Robinson with a big catch. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Allen Robinson, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bears get a bit closer. The extra point is good, but it only impacts the final score as this game comes to a close.